Hey Ken, it's Micah Collins here, and I spoke with what was her name? Kylie about sending this video over to you, but essentially this video shows you the three things that will set your company above your competition, especially A-Best Roofing, without any of the fluff. Now, before we hop right in, you're probably wondering, why am I doing this for you and what's even in it for me? Well, the truth is, oftentimes in the world of the internet, most of these local business owners are simply too busy running their own business to learn how the internet can really benefit them in, bigger ways than how it is right now. So I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things their own company can do for themselves for free, it results in some of those local business owners still reaching out at the end and saying, you know what, Micah, I like you. Why don't you just do all this for me? So, Ken, if by the end of this video you like what you've heard and you can see I have a whole lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help impact Conrad's roofing, you can just give me a quick message and we can chat. Or if you simply want to take this free attack plan and do these things yourself, I'm totally cool with that. Whatever's best for your business. All right, so now let me show you the three things that will set your company above your competition, not waste any more of your time or mine. All right, Ken. So the first thing I want to go over with you today is the content. Now, you have really good content on here. In fact, you have an awesome website. I can tell you have a great web designer on your team. Looks great, and the user experience is just great. But there is something that is lacking, and I'll show you that right now. And that is what we call keywords in your content. So you have a lot of content, and that's great, but you do not have like certain keywords that people are searching for. So I want you to think of a keyword like this. If I'm on my phone, and I need a roofing company, I'm looking up, roofing company Tulsa. I'm looking up roofing in Tulsa. One of those specific keywords with, especially whenever they have the Tulsa on the end of it or before, those are very valuable on Google, as I will show you in just a moment. So you do not, I was looking around earlier, and you do not have very many of those on your homepage, which isn't terrible, right? You're still getting a lot of phone calls from this website, but it's not competing against the competition. As we can see, A Best Roofing is they're just absolutely dominating right now. They're dominating you. They're dominating T-Town. They're dominating all the big guys around here in Tulsa. We can see because they have words like this. This is one of the big reasons. We can see roofers in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Those are specific keywords that people are looking up every single day looking for a roofing company. Now, as we can see, if we scroll down, we just see a lot more of these naturally throughout the content. Not stuffed, but we can definitely see some more. Saw some earlier. Roofers in Tulsa. We see that right there. Specific keyword. See, they just kind of have them hidden in there. That's what you want to do. Like roofing contractor Tulsa in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's a specific thing that people are looking up. We hop over to this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. You can get it for yourself on ahrefs.com. It costs about a couple $100 a month. But essentially, I love this tool because it allows me to see exactly behind the scenes of everything that Google's looking at when it comes to your competition, where you are, and what you need to do to catch back up. If we plug in your website, we can see that you have 48 keywords that you're being found for, which is driving 458 organic traffic. You are not doing too bad. I will say that, but you're definitely not beating A-Best, as we'll see in just a second. If we look at the keywords that are driving your traffic, we can go over here, see everything that people are finding you for. Roofing companies, Tulsa, you're on the 4th position. It's a 500 search volume. That means 500 people look this term up every single month, and you're getting 50 of those people on your website. So that's not too bad, right? Tulsa roofing companies. We can see a 250 volume. You're getting 37 traffic on your website from that phrase, so you're on the 3rd position. And the list just goes on from there, 4s and 5s, some 3s over here. So not too bad on the ranking. But if we hop over to A-Best, we can see immediately what's going on here. We see that they have 370 organic keywords they're being found for, right? And we could see 3.1 thousand people get on their website every single month. This website is an absolute beast. They're absolutely raking, and you can just imagine how many calls that translates to, because these aren't looking up their brand name. These are literally looking up phrases like, if we scroll down, residential roofing contractor, roof repair Tulsa, roofing companies Tulsa, and they're ranking, boom, number 1, number 2, number 2, 2, 2. They're just absolutely crushing it here in the Tulsa area. Roof Repair Tulsa, 450 searches a month. They get 162 people on their website every single month. Roofing Companies Tulsa, 500 search volume. They get 156 of those people on their website, Roofing, Tulsa, Oklahoma. We can see 300 search volume with 107 people going on their website every single month. So as you can see, you want to start ranking more so for these, and you're not doing bad. I'll put it that way. You're like on the 4th and 5th position, but it's not, you're by no means dominating the competition here, and I'm going to show you exactly why. And like I said earlier, one of the reasons why is because you don't have those specific keywords like roofers in Tulsa, Oklahoma naturally throughout your content in a very organic way. If we look at one of these top keywords that they're ranking for, if we look at, let's just do roofing companies Tulsa, because I think you're ranking for that too. I'll show you what I mean. Let's just pretend we're a customer, right? There's 500 people looking this up every single month in Tulsa. First section we see is the ad section. Now, we know ads can be great, okay? I'm not downing the ads, but they're not the best bang for your buck, right? Because only 20% statistically of all people that search roofing companies Tulsa land on the ad section. It's very low. And Google likes to charge a heck of a lot of money every single time somebody lands on it. But if we look beyond that, where the other 80% scrolls down, the first section we see is the map pack. And this brings me to the second thing I want to speak with you today, and that is what we call citations. That's everything to do with this map pack right here. So right now, you're really not ranking in the map pack at all. We can see why that is, okay? If we look at A Best Roofing, their name, their address, if we scroll down here, their address and their phone number are all listed here on Google. Okay, that is what we call the NAP or the NAP, okay? And why this matters is because that's how Google verifies your local business. It's how they can tell that you're not some fly by night, you're not some just Joe Blow down the street roofing company. You know, you're an authoritative roofing company in the Tulsa area. Now you're probably thinking, Micah, what the heck does this NAP have to do with anything? And what the heck is the citation about getting me to the top of this map pack? Well, I'm about to show you right now with this little graph we made. And don't judge it for design tips. We made it on Canva for the purposes of this video real quick. But essentially, these are like Google Places, Bing, Yelp, Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellow Book, Matchpoint, Hot Frog, the BBB, and the list just goes on for hundreds of these. But these are what we call citations. You know them as probably directories. But essentially what Google is doing is they're looking all over the internet for all these different directories, okay, and looking for your name, your address, and your phone number to be consistent across all of these different platforms. Because if you have your phone number out of whack on these, they don't know whether to trust you or not, okay? So the more of these directories that you have your name, your address, and your phone number consistently throughout all these directories, the more Google will trust you and put you higher in the map pack. So I can judge by this that Abest has a lot of these citations, and it is causing them to dominate in the map pack. So the more of these that you get, if you get more of them than A Best Roofing, you beat them by like 100 to 200 citations, you will 100% beat them in the map pack. No problem. Now, if we scroll down, this brings me to the third thing I wanted to speak with you today, Ken, and that is everything to do with backlinks, okay? So if we look up roofing companies Tulsa again, and we can see that 10 to 20% of all the people go here, and statistically about 44% go here. Well, the rest of everyone goes down here and usually clicks on the first position or the second. Sometimes the third position. As you can see, you know, you are getting some of the clicks, but A-Best is getting a whole lot more than you. So getting up to that top position is so important because, you know, people have the like minds of canaries, right? They just scroll and the first thing they see they launch towards, right? So we want to get your company up here, but to get there, you need what we call authority, okay? And to get this authority with Google, you need more backlinks and specifically more high quality backlinks. So think of it like this. Whenever you get a backlink, it's like site A linking to site B. Well, Google sees site A as linking to site B as giving site B some of its like link juice or power. It's like power passing, authority. And the more relevant this site is, site A pointing to site B, the more powerful that link is. So I want to step back for a moment and kind of demonstrate it this way for you. So imagine you get a local blog, industry site like a roofing company, or you get like roofing blog or some kind of a guttering something or a shingle company pointing to your website. Well, Google sees that as so high powered and they push you higher in the organic section. But if you get, you know, you're getting links from Pizza Hut or something because you did a job from them, you know, Google doesn't see that as any value because you don't sell pepperonis, right? All right, pulling back up to your website, we're not going to look at the backlinks right here because the more important thing here is the referring domains. That is actually what we mean by backlinks more. So that's what's driving power most of the time. So if we look at referring domains, you have 103 referring domains driving 458 organic traffic to your website every single month. But if we look at A Best Roofing, we can see that they have 206 referring domains, okay? And they have 3.1 thousand organic traffic on their website every single month. Again, this has to do with two things, and that has to do with number one, your content, getting the right keywords, getting found for the things that people are looking for online. And number two is because you need to get more backlinks on your homepage, and not just backlinks. You know, anybody can throw backlinks at your website, but you want to get more high-powered authority websites pointing to you guys than your competition. How you get this is super simple, dude. All you do is look up ahrefs.com, put in your competition, A Best Roofing, go to backlinks, see that 758. You click on that, and you can see every single backlink that your competition has. You can just go down the line and get any of these for yourself. For instance, let's just click on expertise.com, see this backlink that they have. If we go down, we can see A Best Roofing right there, and we see a little visit website. If we click on that, it brings us right to A Best Roofing. Now, how you get a backlink like this is that you see that little get listed up there. You click on that, put in your business information, and boom, you have that backlink for yourself. And you just continue that process across all these different backlinks, and you will 100% start taking that 3.1 thousand people on your website instead of A Best Roofing. All right, Ken. So hopefully you can see by now that getting you to the top on Google and getting more calls every month, it's not magic. It's just a method. And I have shown you all that method here today. So once again, number one, we went over your content. You need more of those exact match keywords and partial match, which I could show you later. But you need more of those keywords naturally throughout your content than A Best Roofing has. Again, you can just go through their website, see what keywords they have, and just copy those keywords. You don't have to copy the content, just copy the keywords onto your homepage. And number two was citations. You want to have more of those citations or directories with your name, your address, and phone number consistent. You want to have more of those than A Best Roofing has, so Google starts trusting you more and putting you higher in the map pack. And number three was you need more backlinks, and specifically more high authority quality backlinks like shingle sites, roofing blogs, etc. And if you implement these strategies today, you can 100% dominate on Google hands down. So now I bet you're probably wondering, well, what now, Micah? Well, the truth is you can either take this information I provided you, pass it on to whoever you're working with right now in your marketing, do it yourself, or else you can contact me at 918-260-1694. Again, my name is Micah Collins, and that's 918-260-1694. Hey, Ken, I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a good one.